Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. And it's been a wild ride. Kaosivity has been a wild, wild ride. And it almost broke me. That 12-week challenge, if you haven't watched the wrap up for that, man, you gotta see that because it was total burnout. Total burnout. I just had to walk away from everything I was doing for 2 solid weeks. And, in that time, I've started a new job because I had to find a new job because of the knee thing. And you guys, if you've seen that stuff about the knee, you know that 10 weeks without pay was pretty rough on our family. Thankfully, I found a new job with who seems like a good employer, and we'll be getting back on our way to getting back to the way things were before I decided to slip and fall on the ice and jack up my knee and not make an income for 10 or 11 weeks. And, I've still got a couple weeks to wait for a paycheck. So all in all, it's going to be like 13 by the time I get a paycheck. So anyways, these last 2 weeks, I really haven't done a whole lot. And I just needed to get myself back. And that's why, I don't recommend at all doing a 12-week challenge. I do not recommend it whatsoever. I recommend from here on out, if anybody were to ask me, I would say pick one. Just pick one social and learn about it, grow in it, figure it out. And once you have that, then maybe add a second one. Don't try and do 6 like I was trying, 6 or 7, whatever it was I was trying to do. But all in all, if somebody really asked my opinion, I would say YouTube is the one you need to start with because it's evergreen content. It will be there a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. You never know when all of a sudden your stuff's going to take off and everybody's going to be like, hey, what's all this about? But I'm in it for the long haul. I just need to get back to getting into my art and getting back into what Kaosivity is all about. I'll be working on that. I've got to work the rest of the week full time, and I'm also doing some other stuff to make a little extra money. So I'm really working like 55 hours this week. But it is what it is. I got to get things moving back together for the family, financial wise. And so stick with me. I'll be here. The videos won't be nearly as often. If you follow us on the other socials, there's going to be a huge drop off. And there has been a huge drop off in exactly what I've been posting over there because YouTube is my focus. I will still be doing shorts and, stuff like that as I generate new images and things like that, but not nearly like what I was doing where I was, making 6, 7 shorts a week and, all those things. I'll still be doing the behind the scenes vodcasts when I'm working on my art. But my time is really restricted now. So I have to really kind of pick and choose when I have time to do those things. And I really have not worked on any art in probably almost 3 weeks. I'm still midway through Newborn Dragon, and I just have not, I was so burned out, I just had to drop everything and walk away from it. And that hurts. That hurts my heart because, somebody may see these images behind me and just go, well, whatever. But I really enjoy my art. I really do love creating it and then altering it. And then, I'm still doing some little things here and there. I spent some time with Newborn Dragon yesterday, but it wasn't anything that I was going to record. I was just really trying to remember what I'd already done to it and kind of my vision for where it was going to go. I actually went back and watched one of my behind the scenes videos so I could kind of get an idea of where my headspace was, and look at that image from not only the ideas that I had for it from before, but what I see in it now. And that's one thing about art is, I mean, even when I look at the stuff that's already in production, it's already on the website for sale. It's already on Etsy for sale. It's available for print on demand. And I look at it and I'm like, And I got to stop myself and go, no, we were happy with it. We enjoyed it. We're done with that particular piece. And that for me is hard. Like I'm constantly looking at the stuff and going, man, what if I did this? Especially as I'm learning to use Photo Director more. The more I use it, when I come up with a new cool way of doing something, it's like, oh man, I should have done that on Sunrise Dragon Attack, or Conjurer of Death, or Fallen Angel. I mean, I've still, like, I needed to get frames for the 3 that I have, sitting back here that need frames, and I had to walk away. I just had to shut it down and just be, to get back to myself. And I'm still on that road back. It was literally like 12th step of if you've seen it before, like the burnout spectrum. And the thing is it snuck up on me so fast. Like I was really digging in and really enjoying it and going, hey man, I hurt my knee and I'm off work and I got all this time and I can do this and I can do that. And it just all of a sudden like creeped in out of nowhere in those last few weeks, and it got worse and worse and worse and worse. It was like this big like monster behind me trying to eat my brain. Well, maybe it's because I do have monsters behind me, but it was so hard to recognize because I was so into it, because I love the artwork so much. I love creating these images, and that's why I'm so glad that I found AI art generation and found how to then edit these pictures. And because no matter how I do it in the AI image generators, it just doesn't turn out like what I'm seeing in here. That chaos that's got to get out that I'm always talking about. So I love doing that. I love doing the editing. I love bringing you guys like behind the scenes and into how I'm feeling and what's going on with me and my family and the business as a whole. And thank you for everybody that's supported and subscribed and liked and commented and shared throughout this whole process. And it's just going to be a longer process. And I'm okay with that because I'm really I enjoy YouTube, which is going to be my main focus. As I create images, I'll be throwing some carousels probably at Instagram because that's probably the easiest way to post them. And I'll just continue doing what I'm doing, and I'll keep bringing a video once a week. I'm not going to be trying to go crazy nuts. If I'm working on the podcast, if I'm behind the scenes and I'm doing those types of things, those will drop during the week as well. But it will be, a video about Kaosivity, what's been going on, what's been, happening, that I'm actually sitting down and recording just like I am here at my desk. But it's not going to be like hardcore. Like for a while there, I had like behind the scenes videos dropping every day, and I just can't do that. I have to give myself permission to back away and take this slower. And I hope for you that if you're thinking about like, hey, I got to get this business going, I got to get the socials up, I got to do this, I got to do that, just don't. Just take it slow and enjoy doing what you're doing. Because if you can enjoy doing what you're doing, you're not working. When you're not enjoying it anymore, it's work, and it's work that you may not get paid for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road, or even longer. I've heard of people that they didn't get monetized on YouTube for like 3 years, and or move any art for a year or year and a half or whatever. So I've got to be grateful for where I am. I've got to be grateful for the little bit that I have done, sales wise and things like that. But it's going to be a slow road, and the slow road is probably the best road to be on, because it's going to allow you and allow me the grace to enjoy what I'm doing and what you're doing, whatever your art is, whatever your YouTube channel's about, whatever, it's just enjoy it. Don't beat yourself to death trying to, scale up and do this and do that, because it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. And that's what I take away from this whole thing. And, I originally thought this was going to be like a 2 or 3 minute, hey, this is what's happening video. And there I go babbling again, like the old coot that I am. So thanks for coming along with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, give me a comment down there, even if it's, hey, you dumb old fart, I like stuff like that. So until next time, guys, which will be a week, I'm not going to be promising anything more than one a week at this point in time. I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate this avenue, this YouTube that is so easy to do and become a part of. And until the next one, remember, guys, let the chaos out. Become creative. Bring that inner artist out that was there when you were a kid, and you'll love it, just like I do.